things I wanna share them with you. So don't go home, there's so much sound and it's coming down from all around. All this music, I will share it with you. And you can take everyone outside back home with you. Left it all just fell apart. Felt you dissolve while you were right between my arms. I followed something dark down stone-lined halls. What happened next I never understood at all. I never understood at all. So don't go home, there's so much town, and I wanna take you all around. All these things I wanna share them with you. So don't go home, there's so much sound that's coming down from all around. All this music, I will share it with you. And you can take anyone outside back home.
Who never been good at lighting other people's cigarettes. You just stick around to yourself and never get stay here with me. Just stay patient with me. The deck swept and fight rest after you're having your story yet, but just wait, come soon and just bear with me. I swear it's funny. Ha 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 ha. Don't wait for people who are friends. It's me, only the rubber friend. What's his name? No, never heard of them ways. Say, wasn't really paying attention. I can't believe it's been so long since we had the chance to speak. So where do you want to be in 5 years? Tell me, don't keep me up all night, and all night I can't sleep all morning. Get up real early. So don't keep me up all night, and all night I can't sleep all morning. Get up real early too. Great conversation with the right energy. Millions golfing down, plus your friend to me. I guess he's straight. I showed up way too late to just Irish pie and just sit around in a parking lot with the car speaking loud. Just way too old for new friends now. Just way too dull for new friends now. And I don't know anybody's last name. Frankly, I'm just that lame. I'm lame. Why do you invite me to anything anyway? Don't keep me up all night, and all night I can't sleep all morning. Get up real early. So don't keep me up all night, and all night I can't sleep all morning. Get up real early too. I can sleep all morning, get up real early too. I can sleep all morning, get up real early too. Read a book about whales. Watch a cartoon.
Saw your greasy hair from the back of the classroom, reading all the buttons you had pinned into your tracksuit. Writing in a notebook you would fill it up with poetry. Never showed to anyone you wanted to show me. I wanna be with you tonight. I wanna hear about your whole life all the time. Tell me all the ways you feel tonight. Breakfast every single time we're able, talking over everything, bagels. Asked you to the prom, you told me that it would be stupid. Nobody would dance but us, we thought that was cool, so I wanna be with you tonight. I wanna hear about your whole life all the time. Tell me all the ways you feel tonight. basement every time your parents left home. Gave your sister $30, brought us back some
16-year anniversary. It's the 16 years. 16 years of the Improv. Come on, at your family and crowd, yeah. It's 16 years.
I'm on. Hi. Oh, hello. I'm here. Oh, it's still our 16-year anniversary. Until next mid-April. It's the N Crowd 16-year anniversary. Hey, thanks for joining us for this, our millionth show on Zoom. Boy, oh boy. I don't even like standing up on stage anymore. I prefer sitting in a chair. And I hope you do too, because we've got a whole night of improv comedy for you, coming straight through that series of tubes to your laptop, smart TV, desktop monitor setup, just your phone. What else are you watching this on? You know what? Post in the chat what you're watching this show on, and I don't know if we'll use it for anything, but then everyone will know a little bit more about what your home is like. Hey, this is the N Crowd. We're an improv comedy group. We make up comedy scenes based on suggestions that you give us. I'm going to be your host tonight, but not your only host, because we've got Randy.
Hi, I'm here. I'm also
Randy's
hosting.
here.
I'm helping.
Randy, what are you doing tonight?
I'm working real hard in the chat. I'm conversing, I'm exchanging, I'm picking brains, I'm gathering ideas. So
Hustling?
hustling, yes. Word hustling. Networking, connecting, influencing, but also being influenced, so forth and so on.
All right, Randy's going to be in the chat asking you all to buy a cool projector that puts stars on the ceiling. I don't even know what it. Hey, listen, you guys know how the show works, right? I'm going to bring out the rest of the cast. Here they come. It's Derek. It's BJ. It's Latisha. It's Mike.
Hi, Vegas.
You guys came on in that order. We did it.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling?
Oh, pretty good.
I'm feeling whoa.
Talked to the folks in Hyundai today.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Still all right.
Buckle
Someone's
up.
already mentioned it in the chat room. But anyways, they apparently they called me 3 times but decided not to leave a message. A likely story.
What's happening?
Oh, well, we'll find out more about your personal feelings about Hyundai, perhaps through your character choices throughout the night.
Every game is just gonna be me complaining about it.
These are the members of the N Crowd who are going to be performing for you tonight. In our first game, it's going to be just 2 of them, and that's going to be Derek and Mike. And in fact, only one of them is going to be playing a human being. Which one of you is
Mike.
Mike? All right, good. Good job making that decision, Derek. And Mike's going to be doing some regular everyday thing, and then something magical and strange is going to happen. Randy, did you get a suggestion to inspire this scene yet?
Yes, I got assemble IKEA furniture.
Assembling IKEA furniture, and this is a game we call Little Voice.
Screw C inserted into slot F. All right, so we just got.
I'm just the right size for the job, Mike. I'm just the right size for the job.
Hex wrench? Is that you?
It's me, a tiny little Swedish hex wrench. Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry. I've never had a hex wrench, talk to me before.
Yeah, I could see that being a little strange for you. What's with this love seat? Got some big plans? Are you in love, Mike? Oh,
I mean, I have been doing the whole OK Cupid thing lately, and I met somebody. I thought I might want to spruce up the place before she comes over.
oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Yes. Well, did it take many messages? How many messages before you invite her to your love seat?
Well, it was like a couple messages, and then we did the whole first date, like our coffee and everything. And this is going to be the first time she's coming to Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? Hex wrench.
Oh
Here.
my goodness, so much pressure on me to get this right. I just want to make this the perfect night for you, Michael. Now I feel I'm all in my head about it, that I don't want to ruin your evening.
No, you just did a great job, man. Look how tight that is.
No, it's all you. You've got the firm hands. You're such a manly man. She's going to fall so in love with you. Good job, Mike.
Come on. I mean, you do get a lot of torque out of just pushing on you. It's not all me. Come on, Hex wrench. You're too humble.
No, you beefy boy. You get your smile on. You're going to have a wonderful, wonderful night. Netflix and chill. You're too hot to chill.
You think so, Hex wrench?
I do. You're melting me. You're melting my plastic body.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I am too hot. Maybe I'm running a fever.
No. It was just. You dropped me on the floor, Mike. Mike.
Sorry, Hex wrench.
Yay!
Wow.
What a supportive Hex Ranch.
Wow.
I liked that scene because Derek did a funny voice. That's all it takes for me. BJ and Latisha, get on screen. Yeah, we're doing it. We're going to play a game called No Pee. And that is not a game where you're not allowed to urinate. You can urinate as much as you want in this scene.
I am right now.
But what I can't see it, so it's okay. What we will do is take a letter of the alphabet away from you. So you're going to have to do this whole scene without using that letter. And Randy, I'm going to leave it up to you what letter they can't use.
There's going to be no O's.
No O's. Oh, all
right.
We usually limit it to a consonant, but fuck
Oh,
it. This is our millionth show. We're good enough to do it. You can't use the letter O. And if you do, then the end crowders in the audience are gonna go, oh, and you'll think, whoops. I mean, weeps. Because you can't use that letter O. And Randy, what's gonna inspire this no O scene?
Ruh-roh. Let's see. Staring into the abyss.
Okay. You are staring into the abyss and you cannot use the letter O. Let's see it.
Captain, space sure is big.
Yes, it is. As big as me.
That is very humble trait. Very humble trait.
There's
Maybe.
many ways. Wait. There's many ways I can talk. But I prefer when I am the title.
Right. I believe we need we I believe we need minerals mined
It seems
successfully.
there's a lack of there's a lack in here, in there.
Implying
Where is it?
that I am unqualified minor here is insulting, Captain.
Well, is it my fault?
I quit.
You're,
I quit.
Where,
Get a new
Ben?
minor.
Ben, I will address the name Ben.
Well, Sue, get a new space minor, cause this guy ain't mining anymore.
All right, lean in. Lean in.
Any
Ah, ah, ah.
not I'm mining.
Lean in.
I'm mining.
Lean in. Lean in. That's it. Badge. Bye-bye.
That's my badge.
Was.
Captain Jerk here. Everyone,
Ah!
every person,
Ah!
every space crew member, Captain Jerk here steals badges. Now, they are aware.
Trash
They're
talking.
Yay!
Immature.
Woo!
Oh,
Holy shit.
That was hard.
Holy majoli.
oh, is hard. Vowels are generally hard, but you guys did reference space and badges, space badges.
Badges.
Listen, if there's one thing that's important in space, it's that everyone knows your official position. And that's
Rank.
what you need a badge for.
Yeah.
BJ,
Yeah.
you
Oh, I'm
join me
back.
in the Zoom.
Yeah, sure. Just get some water.
Mike, could you meet me on camera? I've brought the two of you together to play a little bit of a game. I call it film and theater styles. And we'll see just a normal improv scene at first. But then that scene will be reenacted in the genres of film and theater, such as action or comedy, or more weirdly specific than that, which will be gathered from the audience by Randy, our chat room host.
Yes.
Do you think you can play such a game?
It's never been done before, but we'll try it.
Good. I just came up with it. Randy, we need a suggestion to get that started before we get to those genres.
Okay. I have a suggestion of relationship. Is that all right?
Yeah.
A waiter and a cook.
Waiter and a cook. Let's see it.
They're saying they ordered the salad without any hard-boiled eggs.
Table 4.
Yeah, table 4.
I walked by table 4 and I sensed that they needed eggs. They don't want it now, but I feel once they get to the denouement of the meal, they're going to say, holy shit, that egg ties it all together.
No, man, she said she's vegan, okay? She can't eat eggs. Gotta make a new salad.
Tell her that the egg wanted to be there as the wife's choice. And therefore, from a vegan perspective, it's insulting to Mother Gaia for her not to have it.
Look, I know where you're coming from, but
I don't
I
think you
already
do.
tried that, and she pointed out that eggs aren't sentient, so it didn't have a choice on whether or not it was in it.
All right, well, then you can inform her that she is now cursed.
All right. Oh, really enjoyed that scene between a mystical cook and a waiter who's had enough of his bullshit.
I believe that's what happens at the new restaurant where there's $100 minimum. That's the actual scene.
We'll see that scene again, but not in the genre that we just saw, typical restaurant movie, but instead a genre that Randy will bestow upon us now.
So I'm seeing silent film.
All right. Make of that what you will. Silent film.
What do you mean, no egg? Question mark.
She's a vegan, you fool! A vegan and an anarchist.
Well, the Kaiser will have something to say about this. Those Germans. Well, it's off to the Ottoman Empire for her.
Right. Really nailing the political themes of the silent film era. Randy, did you get another genre?
A 1960s beach movie.
Another time period with its own political themes. A 1960s beach era movie.
Hey, man, she said that she wanted her beach party to only be played by the monkeys.
Sounds like to me she's on marijuana.
What? Get out of here. We're just a couple of kids having a crazy good time.
Looks like to me you're part of a biker gang who goes around corrupting the morals of young women with death, booze, and marijuana.
Boy, you sound like a regular John Kennedy.
Tell you what there, friend. We'll have a contest. Your best surfer versus my best surfer. If I win, all the bathing suits are longer, down to the ankles for everyone. And if you win, I'll dance on the beach.
To the
Something I
tunes of
hate.
the monkeys.
I will personally fly in the monkeys. Because I'm the mayor of this town who smokes.
All right. Thank you. Nailed it. Randy, give him another one. Keep them coming.
Okay. Here's a suggestion. How about a zombie romantic comedy?
Excellent. A zombie romantic comedy.
Well, I was able to salvage some Chef Boyardees from the depot. Barely.
Look, it's just some of the survivors, they wanted their Chef Boyardee without meatballs.
Who out there doesn't want meatballs?
It's a bunch of the vegans. You know
Wait.
how they can get. Please.
Is there a vegan out there with long black hair and an eye patch?
Oh, yeah, do you know her?
Oh my God, that's my crush from high school. Oh, God, you gotta
Okay.
help me, you gotta help me.
Okay, be cool. The first thing is we gotta de-meatball those cans of soup.
All right. I think I saw a zombie outside carrying a watermelon scooper. We need to slaughter him and get the scooper, but I don't have any weapons.
Oh no! Maybe we could use this can of Chef Boyardee to bash in its skull, take its weapon, and then open the can, and you get the girl.
I'll use this meat tenderizer and then not clean it off to make further meals with it. We've lost our loved ones and family in this apocalypse.
Yay! You want to do one more, guys? I feel like we probably have 100 weird suggestions.
Let's do one more.
Okay. How about a children's game show?
All right, a children's game show. Let's see it.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome to What's That in My Bowl?
Okay, Mr. Porterhouse, I guess it's time that we review the salads. And I see hard-boiled egg in this one.
Oh, and with Jimmy foaming at the mouth, that means he's allergic. Get Mr. EpiPen in here.
All right. Oh my God. Hey, camera, why don't you turn on a little quicker when I press the on-camera button? We got a show we're doing. We don't have time for your delays. Great job, Mike and BJ, though. Unlike my camera, you got quick wits. Speaking of quick wits, let's bring Derek, Mike, and Latisha on to the show. And each one of them, well, they might look to you like Derek, Mike, and Latisha, but actually they are three experts that we've assembled to give advice to you, our advice-needing audience. Each one of them wiser than the last. Let's meet our expert panelists now. And while we're meeting them, you can type into the chat room questions about anything in the world that you need some advice about. Let's start with our first panelist, played by Derek.
It's me, Nick Nasty, Vegas. Nick Nasty, lead singer of the Unflushables. Have you heard of us?
Yeah. I love the Unflushables.
Well, then you know the one thing that the Unflushables don't like.
Getting flushed?
The government.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I take your lyrics so literally. I forgot they're all metaphors.
Thanks for having me here, Vegas.
Thank you, Nick Nasty. Glad that you're here with us. And we'll move on to our second panelist. If they could introduce themselves, played by Latisha.
Hey, Brittany. I'm here. I understand that you told on me because I hit you. And now we're here in the principal's office. He's not in here yet. So I'm talking shit to you.
Well, I thought I didn't. He's. Damn it. I'm just gonna move on to our third panelist.
That'd be me. What's up, y'all? It's me, your old buddy, TJ the Clog, here to review not just regular goldfish, but extreme flavor blasted goldfish. All right, check me out on YouTube.
All right, TJ the Clod.
That's Clog.
Clog. Oh, excuse
Right
me.
to you.
Oh boy. So we got Nick Nasty, Brittany, and TJ the Clog here with us tonight. And Randy, do you have some questions for these three?
Yes, our audience is very troubled. So from Gregist, there's the question, what is the difference between a condo and an apartment?
What is the difference between a condo and an apartment? Well, let's start with Nick Nasty of the Unflushables.
Difference between a condo and an apartment. Man, we've stayed in so many places traveling around with the Unflushables. But I'll tell you what, not from what I know, the first condo I stayed in was in Washington, D.C. Okay. And it was an absolute shithole, mate. All right. It was an absolute shithole when we made that trip and we tried to bring back all of our souvenirs and they got nicked. They got nicked right out of the condo. So I'm gonna say maybe condos have bad security, and we were staying in DC and all of our souvenirs got nicked, and that's why we hate the government.
Yeah. Fuck the government. They're stealing from you directly. I hope that explained it for you. But in case it didn't, we can go to Brittany. Brittany, what's the difference between a condo and apartment? Brittany, you're muted.
I live in a condo and you live in an apartment.
It's 2 bedrooms. It's fine. All right, well, moving on to our next panelist, TJ the Clog.
What's up, Vegas?
Hey, can you tell us in 3 minutes or less in an SEO optimized way the difference between an apartment and a condo?
Absolutely, bro. The difference between an apartment and a condo is like the difference between regular cheddar Pepperidge Farm goldfish and flavor blasted monosodium glutamate.
All right. Condo has monosodium glutamate.
You got it.
Now, one of those surely answered that question for you, audience member. Randy, let's move on to our next question.
Okay. All right. Our next question comes from let's see here. Let's see. It's more of a comment, and then I guess you can respond however.
That's new, but sure.
Squawk25 says, my former underling just gave testimony that I'm inept and unqualified, and that my coronavirus response was undermined by my focus on my divorce. Offer what you will.
We'll start with Brittany. Any advice, Brittany, for...
Why don't you repeat the question?
Yeah, their former underling told them that their coronavirus response was inept because they were overly focused on their divorce.
I think they said gave testimony, didn't they?
They might have said gave testimony.
I'm thinking Squawk 25's in some legal trouble.
They could be testimony before Congress or before a court. It's not clear.
You're not, so you don't even know? You don't even know what you're asking me?
I mean, it's just, it's.
This is why you live in an apartment.
I hope that helped, Squawk 25. TJ the Clog.
Stop Vegas.
Hey, what do you do? What do you do when testimony is against you and you screwed up your coronavirus response? I'm gonna need like a big close-up on your face next to those words for the title cover on your video.
Absolutely. You want it to be readable in the thumbnail, bro. I'll tell you what you do. Same thing when you come out with some bland old bowl of soup, you know? You're sitting there like, oh no, my future with the company is in jeopardy. Oh no, what kind of torch could I be liable for? Oh no, I lost my wife and I might lose my job. You know how it is, how lame soup can be. You just dribble in a little flavor blasted goldfish. Suddenly, you got a party in a bowl.
Oh, you know I'm gonna like and subscribe to this guy. Nick Nasty.
Right, TJ the Clock.
Vegas.
What do you do when your coronavirus response was viewed as inept and
Thank you for giving me a proper political question, because that's what our band is all about. We're anti-government, as I've well established now in my introduction and first answer. And man, this is exactly what I hate about the government. All right, when me and the Uncrustables were on that DC trip back in college, right, staying in that shithole of a condo, right, that was 20 years ago. We caught COVID. We caught coronavirus back then too. And that's why I hate Washington, D.C. That's why I hate that government.
20 years? That must have been COVID-1 that you got.
Mate. We've been around a bit.
Well, as you say, fuck the government. All right. I hope that helped you, Squawk 25. Randy, do you have one more question for this esteemed panel of experts?
We do. I have a question from C. McGuff. They would like to know, how do you uninvite the groom to bachelor weekend if he is a buzzkill?
C. McGuff. We're going to fix this problem for you. How do you uninvite the groom?
Right.
Sure. Who needs them? TJ the Clog, how do you uninvite the groom of a wedding from their own bachelor party?
Uninvite the groom. Well, first I'd say you got to smash that like and subscribe button. That's step numero uno.
You got to have a call to action.
Now, look, I know it can be a little awkward. One of your boys is getting married. You want to take him out and show him a good time, but not with him around, right? You know how it is. So no problem. You set him up with all 4,200 calories in one giant box of flavor blasted goldfish. That's right. These things are so addictive, he'll want to do nothing all weekend except stay in and gorge his face. And then he's going to wake up with a weird taste in his mouth, because that's what this monosodium glutamate does to you when you eat too much of it. And so he's going to be like, weird taste in my mouth, probably got so drunk I can't even remember it. My boys came through after all. So brainwashing with flavor blaster goldfish.
C. Nasty McGuff, I think you got your marching orders, but let's hear what the other two have to say just in case. Nick Nasty, what do you do when you want to uninvite a groom from their own bachelor party?
Oh, you just tell him off, mate. You just tell him off like I told off the cashier in that Smithsonian Museum gift shop when I visited DC, when they ran out of little statues of liberty and shit. And you tell him off like you tell off the person who handed you the brochure in the Mall of America that told you there was public bathrooms open in the Library of Congress, but it was actually really hard to get into. All right, it was a really bad trip, Vegas. That was a really bad trip to DC. And that's why we hate the government.
Nat, do you only hate the government because you didn't enjoy your visit to the
That's
Capitol?
right, mate. That's what my whole first album of the Unlovables was. It was called, that's why we called it 1-Star Review.
Oh, that's right. I did enjoy the title song, Flush the Swamp.
Flush the swamp, flush the swamp, flush the swamp cause the toilet's clogged. Flush the swamp, flush the swamp. My toilet in this shithole of a condo is swamped.
Well, thank
a rhythmic atonal shit back then, man. We were off the map.
Thanks, Nick Nasty. You're a real groundbreaker. And of course, Brittany. So
Or the way you're saying my name.
it's just you hit me earlier, and now I feel like I'm in trouble for it. We both just want to get through this. What do you do if you want to uninvite a groom to their own bachelor party?
Okay, well, if you want to uninvite a groom from their own bachelor party, the first thing you have to do is blackmail them. First, you have to find, if you're smart, you have a shoebox of a few things that you keep for leverage, and you use one of these. If you have like a level 1 through 5, maybe you want to go to your between your level 3s and 4s on this one, and you're going to blackmail them, and they're going to stay in a hotel room with which you get for them, but nobody knows this because you have stolen their card earlier and used their card. So actually their name is in this hotel. And then you're going to call your friend who is in college, and she's gonna come over, and she's going to pretend that he was having an affair with her mother.
Jesus.
So it's really like 2 blackmails, right? Because you can't just, because what if something happens to that one thing, right? Like you have to have 2 separate things. So you do have those. And I'm not sure if anybody mentioned what they wanted to happen to the groom afterwards, or if this was just a temporary setback for the duration of the bachelor party. But if it is something that you're interested in, let me know.
That is so punk.
That's a pretty fucking bitchy move, though.
Jesus.
Right? Fucking Brittany. Ugh.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, all right. Well, that was your advice panel. Thank you. Hey, gang. I know you're thinking about what it's like to have sex with the in crowd. So we're just going to tell you. Let's bring everybody out. Get on stage. Yeah, there's some dancing. Ooh, a little bit of putting your hands in the air, and also staring mischievously.
Smoldering.
You know this is sex with me. You know that means we gotta get some nouns from the people in the audience to make some jokes about how having sex with us is like having sex with those nouns. Randy,
Yes.
what
Let
do we
me hear
got?
Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs.
Sex with me is like sex with Tic Tacs. You want one or two in your mouth. You just can't have one.
Sex with me is like sex with Tic Tacs. You're gonna need a lot of them because they only last a very short amount of time.
Sex with me is specifically like sex with Tic Tacs. Sweet and a vague orange taste.
Sex with me is like Tic Tacs. It will only slightly change your breath.
Sex with me is like a Tic Tac, little white, and I go in your mouth.
Sex with me is like sex with Tic Tacs. I come in a case.
In a case.
Yep, I come in cases.
Sex with me is like sex with a Tic Tac. You didn't intend on having me until you were at the counter.
Sex with me is like sex with Tic Tacs, little maraca sounds before a little light refreshment.
Sex with me is like sex with Tic Tacs. When you were younger, they were great. As you get older, less impressive.
Yeah, sex with me is like Tic Tacs, just handing it out to my friends.
That's nice.
Sex
guess-
with me is
go ahead.
sex with me is like sex with Tic Tacs. Hold it and shuffle it in your hands first, and then just pop it in.
Randy, let's get another word.
Sure. Artisanal soap.
Artisanal soap.
Sex with
Sex
me
with
is
me-
like sex with artisanal soap. It's gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna feel like it was better.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap. It's shaped like a duck.
Sex with me is like artisanal soap in the bathroom.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap only for guests.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap. You get it for Christmas, but you put it out for display only. You just look at it, go, oh, that's nice. Rub your nose against it, but you don't actually use it.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap. I don't know what all this little shit is inside the thing. I don't know. It feels good.
Sex with me is like artisanal soap. My sea cucumber is going to do wonders for your skin.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap. There's a lot of foam, like everywhere. There's foam everywhere.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap, mostly wrapping.
Sex with me is like sex with artisanal soap. It's hand wrapped in craft paper for that extra special care for you.
Sex with me is like artisanal soap. Smells like hippies in college.
Let's get another word, Randy.
A lava lamp.
A lava lamp. That smells like hippies in college, too.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp. Give it me about 15 to 25 minutes, and then I will put on a show for you.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp. If you drink too much of me, call poison control.
Sex with me is like a lava lamp. You want it the most when you're a teenager, and your interest slowly declines over time.
Sex with me is like a lava lamp. Trite.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp in the back of Spencer's Gifts.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp. You gotta have heat, and you gotta have changing densities of oils.
Wow.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp. Careful not to spill the neon glowing ectoplasm everywhere.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp. There's bubbles.
Sex with me is like sex with a lava lamp on the desk of a college freshman.
Jesus. Let's get another word.
A sack of jewels.
Sex with me is like sex with a sack of jewels. Please handle my sack of jewels carefully.
Sack of jewels. The sex with me is like a sack of jewels. Hey, my jewels are in a sack. Want to take my jewels out of my sack?
Sex with me is like a sack of jewels. Testicles.
Sex with me is like sex with a sack of jewels. I have to tiptoe around the sleeping security guard.
Sex with me is like a sack of jewels, in that there are many facets to my nature.
Ah.
Sex with me is like sex with a bag of jewels. They're special, but you put them away. But you don't want to use it because you don't want to mess it up.
Sex with me is like sex with a sack of jewels. The anime version seems to have a whole lot more difference than what actually happens in reality.
Sex with me is like a sack of jewels. It's the booty that those pirates are all after.
Can I have one more? I want one more.
Let's see. A mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
Sex with me is like a mouse trap. It involves a little cheese. It's a little cheesy.
Sex with me is like sex with a mouse trap. I like the snapping kind. Sex with me is like sex with a mouse trap. I'm strictly no kill these days.
Sex with me is like sex with a mousetrap. Whenever it starts, you hear bum, 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 ba-da-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da.
Sex with me is like sex with a mousetrap. There is a series of contraptions before a large net comes down on top of you. So you have to collect all 6 pieces of cheese first.
Sex
like
Sex with me is like sex with a mousetrap. Just a little nibble sets me off.
Sex with me is like mousetrap, because I'll park her, brothers.
Sex with me is like sex with a mousetrap. There's a lot of glue involved. Sex with me is like sex with a mousetrap. I usually have the Orca Man come out 3 times a year to check, my sides.
Sex with me is like building a better mousetrap, except it's not a path they're beating to my door.
What?
Well, that's what sex with me is like. Thank you.
Is that not a well-known saying?
I half of it is.
I don't think it's used as much as you think it is.
Yeah. I remember it in a lot of Encyclopedia Brown stories.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's used as much as you think it is these days.
Mike, why don't you take a break and go look up the origins of the building a better mousetrap phrase? We'll get the rest of our performers out for this next game. Derek, BJ, and Latisha are going to play authors in a conducted story. And well, each of our performers, they are going to give me the
Name of the author?
Yeah, that's the thing I was trying to say. Or a genre name, a genre of literature, or a very specific author. Your choice. If you could change your name to that thing in the Zoom chat, you already did. Derek will be reading in the voice of a calm app sleep story. Latisha will be doing slam poetry, and BJ, good old Tom Clancy.
Noted political thriller writer Tom Clancy.
Yeah, we all know that Tom Clancy. Love his Rainbow Six. We're gonna hear a brand new story that these three are gonna tell together, and I'll switch us between the three authors so we can shift the tone of the story as we shift between them. It's called a conducted story. I've said too much already. Randy, what's the name of a story that no one has ever heard before?
The Monster Not Under My Bed.
The Monster Not Under My Bed. And let's start with Tom Clancy.
Somewhere in the North Atlantic, 1988. Soviet High Captain Sergei Ramus looks over the sea and says,
Slam poetry.
Who? Who is that? Who am I? Who is that? When we combine, who will we be? But above is the sky. And when I go too high, will we both be the same?
Call map, sleep story.
And from the seas that Sergei looked over, an answer came back in a lilting, lulling tone. It called to him and said, Sergei.
Tom Clancy.
Sergei, drop the files in this coordinates, and soon, after the turmoil in Moscow, the Soviet Union would rise again. Captain Ramus was a good sailor. He knew his orders.
Call map.
And before he executed those orders, he tucked himself in for a little midday nap. Laid flat on his back, bent his knees a little bit.
Slam poetry.
And that's when he thought, these knees, they bent a little, but does my pride not bend at all?
Tom Clancy.
Cut to 2021.
Slam poetry.
The world is different. We're different. You're different. We have been together. We have been together. We've been apart. We've been together. We've always been apart and together. My knees, they're bent.
Call map.
Still, he awoke from that same bed that he fell asleep in some 40 years earlier and heard a little sound.
Tom Clancy.
Whirring.
It was the ELM, extremely low communication, from a long dead Siberian communication station. What
Slam
was
poetry.
it?
What was it going to do? What was I going to do?
Tom Clancy.
What?
He needed to call his friend in the United States, Jack Ryan.
Call
He
map.
had to know.
Jack Ryan spoke with an Irish brogue.
Slam
And he
poetry.
said-
And that's when we knew we're from the same land. We're from the same earth. We're somewhere in the sky, and we come out of our birth.
Call map.
There are no monsters.
Tom Clancy.
There are no monsters.
Call
Jack-
map.
There are no monsters.
Slam poetry.
There are no monsters.
Call map.
Except
Tom
Oh.
Clancy.
Except the KGB hit team has just been activated on American soil.
Yay! Oh,
It's
this.
pretty formulaic. I mean, he kind of follows the same thing.
Hey, you all nailed the thing that you were supposed to nail. Great job, everybody! Great job, especially to X28 Project, who donated $28 to the in crowd tonight. Gregist, you donated $10. Hell yeah, Gregist! Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of England, you
Whoa.
donated $20 to the Boris Johnson. I think you could afford a little more, to be honest. But hey, thank you for the $20, Boris Johnson. And
Like £5.
I mean, I don't know about all that Brexit business, but you do what you want to do, man. Wow, if that impressed the rest of you watching this show, I'm just gonna write exclamation point tip jar into the Twitch chat, and that pulls up a macro that brings up a link for you to donate to us as well. And what's that? You're not watching this show on Twitch? How are you gonna donate? Oh, all you gotta do is go to phillyencrowd.live/tip TIP, and you can do it that way. Listen, give us your money because we want it. Rocket_0x4c just followed us on Twitch. Well, that's another way you can help out. You can follow, you can subscribe, you can tell your friends to come to the show, you can just enjoy the show at home, and those good vibes will flow into our hearts. Those are all the ways you can support. Also, that game was great. I really liked it. Every game is great. BJ and Mike, come on and do another
Yes.
great game.
Yes, I'm
We're
here.
going to play Internal Dub. Randy,
Mm-hmm.
you know how this game's played?
Sure, I do.
Me too. Basically, BJ will do the voice of Mike and Mike will do the voice of BJ.
You got it. You figured it out.
Yeah, I'm just looking for new ways to bring levity and excitement to the introductions of these games. And I feel like maybe it would be better if I just got through them quickly, got to the good part of the show. But I love hearing myself talk. Did you get a suggestion for this game?
I did.
Shmuel Harris just gifted subscriptions to
What?
our viewers. That's another way you can support us. You're already subscribed to our Twitch channel? Well, you can gift subscriptions to other people who have watched it. Shmuel Harris just gifted 5 subscriptions to members of our community. Thank you for that.
Wow.
So many
Yep.
ways to
No
give us
commercial
your
watching
money.
for those people. No commercial watching for those people for 30 days.
Hell yeah.
Only here though.
Randy, I cut you off. Well, Shmuel Harris cut you off, to be fair.
It's okay. It's okay if it's Shmuel. It's okay, but not you. But it's okay if it's Shmuel.
What do we get? What are we gonna do for this game?
Okay, so we're gonna have a relationship between an OnlyFans streamer and a fan.
Okay.
Oh no!
You heard what it is. This is internal dub, so you're doing the voices of each other. Let's see it.
Hey there, welcome to my OnlyFans channel. Thanks for subscribing. Get ready for some pretty, somewhat erotic miming.
Wow, that's great. I was wondering if you could maybe mine something kind of specific.
Listen, you are one of hundreds of subscribers here at my OnlyFans, Mike Connor's OnlyFans account. So listen, whatever you want me to erotically mine, that is what I'm here for. It's been a long pandemic. I can't sell my blood anymore, so I am here to mine erotically for you.
I want you to mind that you're spanking a Hyundai.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go. You mind if I'm miming, but you mind if I narrate this?
No, I like that kind of talk. Yeah, just tell me what a terrible company Hyundai is.
All right. Oh, Hyundai. Oh, you're such a bad Tucson. Oh, I think the transmission doesn't last that long. What's wrong? Not a real transmission? Slap. You're a cuck transmission.
Yeah, that's it. No, tell me about their terrible customer service.
All right, anything for you. Listen, if there's one thing you can take away from this, is that Mike Connor does erotic miming for virtually pennies on the dollar.
Yay! We've been performing for 16 years, and in our in-person shows, we've got in John and prostitute and stripper and strip club clientele so many times. I'm so glad we finally found a way to take that sentiment and bring it into our Zoom shows.
Thank goodness.
That's fantastic. Great job, everyone. Let's bring out Derek, Mike, and Latisha for a game of Director's Cut.
Woo.
You know what's going to happen in this game. One of you, the director. The other two, actors. The director will give direction. The actors will perform. That basically sums it up. It's Director's Cut.
Hey.
Randy.
Thank you. Yes, I'm working with before I tell you goodbye tomorrow.
Before I tell you goodbye tomorrow is your inspiration. This is Director's Cut.
Well, Latisha, Mike, I'm very excited to shoot kind of the whole climax of the whole movie here, the emotional climax of the whole movie here. Little issue with the script. This is the big goodbye scene, obviously, but we don't really know the reason that Mike has to leave. So if you guys could just, throw a few ideas at the wall here, that would be great.
So you want reasons? You want multiple reasons?
I think so. I think just keep going, a laundry list kind of thing, and then we can narrow it down from there. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to first take. How you feel about this, Latisha?
Yeah, I like that. because you're always finding reasons. We're always finding reasons. And I feel like I want to be really on board from the beginning with him leaving,
Yes.
despite all the I'll keep listening to the reasons.
Go for it, and let each reason take you to new emotional depths too. Okay, have a reaction to each one, please. I'm ready to see this. Okay, page 73. Take it before it cuts off to that blank spot that you're filling in. Action.
Victoria, I'm afraid that though we started this candy company together, I've got to be going. And do you know why? Well, it's because it's ski season in Vermont, and I just can't wait to hit the slopes.
Vermont is where my father was born.
But that's not all. There are so many reasons why I need to be getting out of here. Don't you understand that this building is on fire?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we need to leave. We need to leave unless you're leaving before. No, we need to leave then.
I will be leaving, but not just because the building is on fire, but because there's one last blockbuster video in Bend, Oregon. And I have an overdue DVD.
Oh,
Cut. Grab love the reactions. And I love the first reason, the candy store. I hated all the other ones after that, Mike. Sorry for that. So I think we're just going to double down on that and kind of make this a whole story. We can shoot some of the earlier scenes again if we have to, but I think we kind of have a Willy Wonka sequel on our hands here, where Willy Wonka, Mike, is breaking up with, let's say, the Oompa Loompa foreman, is leaving the company, and will be, putting the weight of that responsibility now on the most senior Oompa Loompa left in the factory. Do y'all feel like you can inhabit those
So we're
roles?
two Oompa Loompas in this situation.
Willy Wonka would not be an Oompa Loompa. Willy Wonka would be the
Right.
Gene Wilder, Johnny Depp mashup. I don't want either one specifically. I want a combination of both. But you can be just the original Oompa Loompas, because the second one's kind of, I didn't like them as much.
You say Oompa Loompas as plural, and I just want to make sure one of us is a Oompa Loompa.
You're the head Oompa Loompa, Latisha. If you feel like you need to add in a couple minor Oompa Loompa characters to really get the emotional weight of Mr. Wonka leaving, I think you should be multiple Oompa Loompas.
Multiple Oompa Loompas. And so I'll be Willy Wonka. And okay, I really think that my Willy Wonka has a python for an arm. I'm just workshopping here, but I just feel somewhere like this baby's alive.
I feel like you're just repeating my ideas back to me.
Really?
But yeah, obviously you have a python for an arm, Mike. Here we go. Okay. Action.
Hey, Victoria. Really great job you've been doing these last couple weeks, not getting paid and being torn away from your native land and all.
What do you get when you need to go now? Please just leave, because I want to run this place.
Sure, and I understand that, and I think you've done a great job. Now, look, I've actually got to be leaving. There are a lot of reasons, but basically, this candy factory is all yours now.
What do you get when you inherit debt? Is it actually a benefit?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, I guess, geez, legally, I guess you would have to pay back all the debt I've incurred. You're right there. But the thing is, it's about the candy and the children, right? Making sure that we kill the children off in horrible ways in order to make the candy in whimsical ways.
What do you get when you kill kids for years?
Nothing but trouble.
Ah, wow. I liked that one a whole lot. Oh my. I love the songs. I love the snake. I want to hear from the snake. I definitely want to hear from that snake arm this time. That's one note I definitely have. I want to hear from that snake. Maybe that snake could join in on these beautiful songs that Latisha is singing and that I want to hear so many more of.
Sure.
I think maybe hearing about some of these kids too. That'll bring some emotional weight. Let's hear about some of the kids that didn't make it into that first Willy Wonka. I think this Oompa Loompa needs some of that granular detail to sort of know how to run the ropes. So a couple songs about the forgotten children of the chocolate factory. And that snake, I want to hear that snake sing too, baby. All good.
That's such straightforward direction. What a breath of fresh air working with Steven Soderbergh.
Action!
Victoria, I, Willy Wonka, and my weird snake arm, it's a living, are going to have to leave this candy factory to you and all of these children's bones with it.
There was Jack, and Jack fell down. Then he had a pew-pew thing. I think that it was plastic, but I forgot the melody.
Jack was eaten by the Oompa Loompa. They were encouraged by that Wonka guy.
Yay! Oh, that's beautiful. I want to give a shout out to Crime and Cookies, who just rated us with some audience members. Thank you so much for joining us towards the end of our show. We've got one game left, and holy fucking shit, Squawk 25 just donated $69.69, the greatest donation we've ever gotten.
Holy shit!
Oh my.
Oh,
Hilarious. And also, thank you to C. McGuff, who gave $10 a little bit ago. Thank you all for these donations, definitely keeping the in crowd afloat during these not selling tickets times, which have been going on for a while. We are gonna wrap up the show in a moment. We have one more game to play. It's for Derek, BJ, and Latisha, and it's not any game we've ever played before. No, we're gonna make up a brand new game that has never been seen before. And it's going to be up to you, you, the audience, to decide which of those 3 games we're going to play. And Randy, can you give us a letter of the alphabet, and that'll inspire these folks to come up with their new games?
Sure. J.
J. Tom Clancy, give us a J
Oh.
game.
My J game is called Jumpin' Jack in the Boxes. Whereas the 3 of us are a gang and we rob Jack in the Boxes. So we jump them. We jump them and we rob them for their valuables. And you know what? They're tough to crack. So it takes 3 of us to do it.
Oh, that's
In
jumping.
this game, Vegas, you would need to portray the Jack in the Box in the game also. So,
Well, I hope we play this one, so I
yeah,
get
me
into
too.
it
Me
then.
too.
That's jumping Jack in the Boxes. By the way, Karen, you can tell me in the Zoom chat, do you know how to set up the poll for us to vote on these games in a minute? We can figure that out behind the scenes as we find out. Latisha, let's get a totally different letter for you to shock you into something you weren't thinking of just now. Randy, can we have a letter for Latisha?
P.
P. Do you have a P game?
Yes, I do have a P game. My P game is prejudice or hungry. So in this game, 2 people are going to argue about something, and it's gonna come out like, is this just prejudice, or are you just hungry? And so yeah, it could happen in many ways, and we never know, but these will be just some examples of that.
All right, prejudice or hungry. Time to finally find out the difference. And Derek, we're going to need you to come up with a new game too. And Randy, what letter should he use?
G.
D, like Derek.
Let's do Derek's delightful dance of the didgeridoos, where we'll have some of the M crowd members will make low monotone noises like a didgeridoo, and other members will dance to those noises, and maybe there will be parts where we talk in Australian accents then too.
All right.
Okay.
Well, those are the 3 options for games we could play. Karen right now is setting up the poll that you, the audience, are going to vote in. Actually, it's in the Twitch chat. You've already started voting at the top of the chat. There's a little drop-down box. You can click on the arrow if you don't see it, and you can vote for what game.
You can use your channel points for extra votes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can use the channel points you've accumulated, and it's Latisha's prejudice or hungry is, well, it was in the lead, but now it's back in the lead again. Prejudice or hungry in the lead over Jumpin' Jack in the Box, and Derek's well, we don't know how to spell didgeridoo, it appears, but that's okay. It's didgeridoo catching up actually, and has suddenly taken the lead by storm. Maybe somebody's using some channel points because they love that delightful dance of the didgeridoos.
Careful with those votes out.
But that's okay. Prejudice or hungry has stolen the lead once again. Jumpin' Jack in the Boxes, once a popular option, has fallen far behind. Prejudice or hungry, a commanding but not insurmountable lead.
Oh,
just
it's gaming now.
Maricopa County just came in full strong for jumping Jack in the Boxes, I gotta say. But Prejudice or Hungry still hanging on to the lead. I think I'm going to call it in just a 10 seconds. I'll say a 7, a 6, a 5, a
Hey, you wanna slow down?
4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Oh, it's a tie! No, it's not a tie!
Oh!
Didgeridoo by one
Wow!
vote!
What the?
Very nice.
Wow!
Derek's
Oh.
delightful dance of the didgeridoo.
No.
Yes, it's
Just-
didgeridoo, not didgeridoo.
Yeah. Neil,
Eh,
2,000 points for those.
Yeah, it looks.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Wow.
That was a shocking comeback for didgeridoo. And honestly, Derek, I don't even remember what this game is about. You're going to have to explain it to us again.
Yeah, I remember it really clearly. I think
Good,
a couple of us are going to make didgeridoo noises. A couple other people, we can take turns dancing, maybe bring back some of the old stuff we've seen, throughout the show and do it in a beautiful didgeridoo dance.
Yes, a pastiche of the themes that have tied our show together, but
Looks like
through the
Latisha's
art
dancing.
forms of dance and didgeridoo.
What?
Netflix on chill. Netflix on chill. Hyundai, 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 Hyundai.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Good day. Good day there. Hey, look over there, Jack in the Box. Let's get him.
Who, me?
Oh, quick, didgeridoo him until he gives the valuables.
Didgeridoo or didgeridoo. Didgeridoo or didgeridoo. Didgeridoo or didgeridoo. Will you come back or will you won't? Will you come back or will you won't? Do the didgeridoo or didgeridoo.
You voted for it, audience.
Yes.
You have only yourselves to thank. Ah, he was playing a cone. I was wondering.
It's a jaw harp.
Oh my Lord.
Ready? Here's the vowels. Ready?
Wow.
What?
It's
Like a
that
flavor
sound
blasted
made my night.
harmonica. Good Lord.
Well, that sure was a show, wasn't it?
There was.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for this, our 1 millionth show.
One
It's been a
million.
long journey getting here, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to everyone who's donated for us tonight and for this whole pandemic experience. And thank you. Just thank you. Just
Thanks,
thank you so
everybody.
much. You got to come back here. You got to come back here at 8 p.m. Eastern time next Friday to see the Inquisition. Mike, who's going to be on the show next week?
Shoot.
They're all great. All three of them are going to be fantastic. And
I'll be
Karen,
there.
we are gonna
Derek's
raid
on.
another channel.
Derek's
Karen's
on.
gonna stick around in the chat room because Karen's gonna raid another comedy channel playing some Jackbox games. So I hope you enjoy that. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for joining us. We love you. And here comes that ending theme song.
If you don't want to see me laughing with somebody, if you wanna believe the end crowd's gonna stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't look up the Twitch account. The in crowd, don't look up the Twitch account. Look up what, don't know, yeah, do it, If you don't want to see me laughing with somebody, if you wanna believe the end crowd's gonna stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't look up the